All right, the drivers are ready. 3, 2, 1, fight. Sam slowly making his way out there. Globemaster as well. As Globemaster gets in front of Sam, pushing a little bit against that red hazard. Sam, a bit of a slow plodding robot, but a good pusher all the same, as you can see as we get into a bit of a pushing match end to end. But Globemaster's low wedge seems to be actually working quite well at staying even to the ground. Now pushing at the back of Sam, who's pushing back towards them. And these Viper kits seem to have just a little bit more pushing power to them, which allows them to slowly but surely win their way in a pushing match. Although you can see it sliding, as I mentioned, up onto the front of that wedge and then getting hooked on those bolt heads, which allows you to put your opponent in a bit of an awkward position so that you can push back against them better, both going toe-to-toe over towards the far end of the arena there. Very even in this pushing match, the only difference really being that they're a bit off-center from each other. I think they're going to have to take a different approach to this one because pushing end-to-end isn't going to help any at this point. But that's not going to stop them from trying as they both pin it as hard as they can, trying to see who can win the fastest or whose batteries will die the soonest. Just under 2 minutes left in the fight. And it looks like Sam might be making a little bit of progress here as this time now Globemaster slipping up onto the wedge and getting hooked on those bolts and deciding, you know what, enough of this, backing off, heading the other direction, and both robots heading towards the center and now towards the red push-out area as Globemaster gets a good push on the side of Sam's Scrap and almost manages to get it directed in the right direction, ramping over the top of Scrap, trying to get another lineup and a good fast push. It's actually a good way to build up some momentum so that you can actually make some headway since they have equal amount of power while holding it down, but if they can get up to speed, they can store some of that energy and use that for one big push. But it's very difficult to do because these things do not drive nearly as straight as you'd like to. Sam nearly finding his way over the side as Globemaster pushing as much as she can, but with the other one moving sideways, they just spin around a circle and barely miss the side, bouncing off the red hazard, and once again into the center of the arena with 1 minute left on the clock. Another head-to-head pushing match here as they're trying to see who's got the better tires. Ends up they're both about the same, almost as if that was by design. Once again, head-to-head. You can see one wheel, particularly on Globemaster, seems to be getting a better traction. The other one seems to be spinning in place, although both have similar pushing power until they get a good side-on push there. Oh, hard bounce there for Globemaster, bouncing into that red hazard. They can definitely be hazardous even at the 1 pound weight class here. Another pushing match. Globemaster close to getting Scrap. Oh, a good hard hit of Scrap against that red hazard. Some chunks of something coming off with 10 seconds left on the clock. But this time Globemaster upside down in the chaos that ensued. 3, 2, 1. And time is up in the match, so this will go to a judge's decision. Congratulations to both drivers. Let's hear it for Sam and Sarah. So once again, judge's decision means that they've got 3 categories: damage, aggression, and control. In a pushing match like this, you don't tend to see a whole lot of damage, although it does depend because you can end up getting some damage inflicted off of those hazards. So aggression and control is generally what it ends up coming down to. Persistently going after your opponent, as well as trying to direct the flow of the fight by being able to win those pushing matches or get around to the side of your opponent, eke them into a corner, whatever it is that you can do to direct the progress of the match. It's a split decision, but the win will go to Globemaster. Congratulations, Sarah.